computer. Okay. All right. So here's CMA. Here's what I have determined after hours and hours of messing with this thing looks the best. Okay. The theme, I chose modern blue and silver. That's because I like those colors. You'll probably see me wearing those colors all the time. It's just my colors that I gravitate to. All right. Pick whatever colors you want. We don't necessarily have colors, but black and gray or white would be our colors if we were going to choose anything. All right.
Right,
And that's
silver.
an extension of my own personal preferences. So I would recommend choosing something like a gray and black, or a blue or dark blue and a gray or whatever. Okay. But you can choose modern blue and silver. It looks great. The layout, okay, I want to see as much data as possible. I like looking at it and having as much in my arsenal when I meet with my sellers to talk about how it's comparable to their house or not comparable. Okay. So I would choose photo with max data. Template, you're not going to do anything yet, because the first time you go in here, you're going to create your template, then you're going to save it, and then you're going to name it. So don't do anything with your template when you first start. Okay. You can't get a cover because we have to pay for that, and we're not going to do that. I think they're cheesy. Honestly, I don't think they're great at all. They're generic and they are just a waste. Font, I like Railway. I think it's a really clean font. It's bubbly, somebody can read it, but I still think it looks great and it's professional-ish. Okay. So here's where you're going to create your CMA, the outline, the way you want to create it. You're going to choose what you want from here. Okay. Now, everything I have chosen from here, whatever is free. When I press the plus button, it goes to this section here. And here's the way I laid it out. A title page, of course. All right. And this is the font, which I think looks great. And here's the colors. All right. And you'll have to edit you might have to edit your title page. So if you go to edit, well, you can name your title page whatever you want. I just named it comparative market analysis, so that when it shows up, this says it up here. That's what I wanted to say. Okay. Cover letter, you have to custom create this for yourself. All right. So if you look at my cover letter, I have the team logo in there. I have the date. I have, and you'll see this, and I'll show you how to edit it. Here's what I think is a really great semi-generic, semi-personal type of message. All right. So this is just what I chose to say. I would keep it somewhat brief.
I'll take a picture. Hold on.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing the whole time. That's
Go ahead, man. That's totally cool. All right. So, and then I have sincerely, and then my name, and then you'll see your stuff here. So here's how you edit your cover letter. You're going to go to edit, and, you know, just like Brivity, it'll fill in that person's name based on the input you put in when you first got on and started creating the CMA. So don't change any of this. And then, actually, you know what I could do? I'm going to copy this right now. I'm going to email it to you. That cool?
Yep.
This way you can just copy and paste it. CMA cover. And there you go. Send. Okay, now you have that. And then sincerely, me. And then here's where you add an attachment. So I already sent you guys all the logos, right? You got to mess with it a little bit to get the attachment in there. Here's insert an image. I don't mean to hover this to get your image in there. And then that's where you can place it throughout the text. Okay. And then you can just keep checking it. So X out of it and then see how it looks. Okay, it's the way I want it. Or no, it's not the way I want it. Then go edit it again. And then view it again. All right. Just go back and forth till you get it right, the way you want it. All right. I add this here. What is a CMA? I think it's important that people understand that this is not an appraisal. Okay. The listings chapter. So after a CMA starts the listings, it's got a nice little kind of, here we go. We're going to start talking about the listings, right? It's kind of like a little chapter. And then I like a map of all the listings so they can see that I'm not comparing their house to something super far away. Okay. Summary of comparable properties is the next one. And it'll show you the sold date, how many bedrooms, baths, the square footage, and an average sold price, which many times will help you with telling them how much their house is worth, okay? So look over these numbers before you go on your appointment to see how much they're supporting what you think, okay? And then you get into the listings category, details. So this is the max details. See how that information is basically just as much as a listing information. The remarks. So every one of your listings is going to have that much details. And then here's what I pick. Photos, first dozen on one page. All right. So you're going to have the front with all the details of that listing, but then you're going to have only 12 photos for that listing. Really, that's all you need, to be honest. Okay. 12 photos will do you enough. You can add more if you want, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make my CMA look great. I'm trying to make it so that I have enough information for the seller, but I'm also trying to keep it short because printing is going to cost more money.
I don't see that listings chapter. Sorry, but should it all be the same or?
Right here?
You have what is a CMA? Then you have listings chapter.
Yeah. So guidance. I don't know where it is because it's already here and it's not here anymore. So I don't know.
Can you just show me what it looks like one more time, just so I could see it?
Listings chapter. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, so I choose first dozen on one page because I want to keep each CMA, each listing to a maximum of like 3 or 4 pages. All right, and then you have comparative market property statistics. All right, this just kind of talks about average square feet, average days on market. And then suggested list price, which I told you, I never really put a price in there unless I am absolutely 100% sure that I've seen the house, it's very clear, or we've already talked about it and we've already discussed what we're listing it for and I haven't shown the CMA yet. Otherwise, this should be blank, okay? I just don't do it because then you pigeonhole yourself and you might have to backtrack and you can't, right? Because it's already written. So don't do it. But that's where they'll show the range. If you put in a range or you put the price. Intelligent pricing and timing. All right, let's just read this for a second. Here's how you read this. This pyramid here is saying that if you list the house at market value, you will attract 60% of the buyers out there, okay, for that kind of property. If you overprice it by 10%, you're only going to get about 30% of the buyers coming in, so that's half the showings. This is based on national statistics, or I tell my clients this is based on national statistics. If you overprice the house by 15%, we're only going to get 10% of the amount of showings that we should be getting for this house in this range. Okay. On the flip side, if we sell it for 10% less, we're going to reach more buyers. 15% less, we're going to reach even more buyers. Why? Because it's now becoming a great deal and people want to come and see this thing. All right. So I never really read all this, but that's about everything I say to my client when I'm sitting with them. All right. First impressions are lasting. So this is just a little bit about, hey, clean your house up, make it look good, right? Whether they read this stuff, I would say 10% of people probably actually go back and read this stuff. All right, here's one of the most important things that you want is a testimonials chapter, okay? And if you are not actively chasing down reviews and testimonials from your clients, you are doing yourself a disservice, because everybody is operating on reviews and testimonials if they're looking at you online, okay? So for instance, if they go to your Brivity website and they stop to see that scrolling thing of your testimonials, if you don't have anything there, they don't have any impression of you, okay? So you want to have a testimonials. I understand that you might not have enough deals under your belt to have testimonials. Take my testimonials, okay, and change my name from Joe Serafici to the Serafici team, okay? I am the Serafici team, and you are the Serafici team. So I don't have a problem with you going ahead and taking some of these and changing my name to the Serafici team, okay? I don't think it's deceitful, because you are embodying everything that I am as a broker. I am instilling into you. You have my heart in when it comes to business, and so I don't see a problem with it. Okay, so have a testimonial thing, and I add this little thing here: find more 5-star reviews on Google. Why don't I go ahead and copy this? I don't know if it's going to look any good, actually. Let me do this. I'll click on edit and copy. And I'm going to email this to you as well. Okay. Okay. So listen, if you're going to get $650,000 listing appointments, you better look like a $650,000 broker. Right? I don't mean haircuts, although that's part of it. I mean presenting yourself as a professional with your CMA looking as top-notch as it can possibly be. All right. So it's worth it to take the time. Don't use the MLS CMA creator. I think it's not even close to looking as pretty. Okay. So I want to show you this as a package. I'm going to publish report. You guys catch anything, everything? You have any questions? So sit for an hour and just hammer it out. And then, you know what? It's done forever. Okay. So once you create it, make sure you click on template and then save template as, give it a name. Every time you produce a CMA, go and select that template you made and it'll make it into exactly what you want. I always review it. I'm a double checker by nature. I'm a double checker, triple checker, unless I just don't have any time. But you want to make sure that this is going to be solid for you for the rest of your career. Be a double and a triple checker just to make sure you got it right. And then I'll view the PDF. And this is what I like to see, around 30 pages. More than that is just too much information. You don't need that much to support a value, okay? And you're paying more for printing.
Can you just scroll down your thing one more time?
This whole thing?
Template. Your template. Just scroll down it.
Oh yeah, you want to record it? I can send you the recording.
You're recording? Oh.
I'll send you the recording.
Sweet.
I just want to show you this, what it looks like. So there's the cover page. There's my cover letter. This is how I wanted it to look. I got it to look like this. It took me some time to edit my logo and screenshot it and get it to kind of like line up this way. So you might have to mess with it a little bit. But once you do, so you'll have to go into your profile and put in your information in your profile so that this populates with your information. Okay. What is a CMA? All right, let's talk about the listings. Here's where they're at. I got you 3 sold, 1 under contract, and 2 active. Here's what the listing looks like. There's 2 pages of information and 1 page of pictures. That's 3 pages total per listing. If
We're
you
not looking at that, Joe.
But we're not seeing the same thing you are.
you heard me talk all this time.
No, just now.
Hold on. You don't see me scrolling through the CMA?
No, right now we just see your CMA report homepage.
Oh no, so I've been scrolling through. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, for the last hour about, we just been looking at the same.
Somebody be honest around here and tell me what's going on.
I said something last time.
You're supposed to be paying attention.
Mark.
Hold on. Now what are you guys looking at?
The CMA.
The CMA, I'm scrolling. You see me scrolling?
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
scrolling, you're scrolling.
So I got my cover letter. I got my cover page. My cover letter. And as I was saying, it might take a little bit of finagling to try to get this thing to line up and put it exactly where you want it to go. Like for instance, I have trouble getting this into the position I wanted it to. So you just gotta kind of mess with it while you're editing and then go back and forth to see how your edit looks. This is information that you're gonna have to put into your profile in Cloud CMA, okay? So that your stuff populates at the bottom. Okay, so you want to create a CMA through your account, not the team account. All right, just to be clear, go to Cloud CMA. Do not create a Cloud CMA template in the team account. Create it in your account. What is a CMA? Listing chapter. You know, you can do a screenshot of just one part of the logo. That's what I did, just to capture the bubble and kind of create this. All right, if you have a Mac, you know how to do a screenshot. If you have a Windows PC, I'll pray for you.
I know.
All MacBooks, when they die, they go to heaven, but I don't know about PCs. All right, so I got my listing on the map page. I got 3 sold, 1 contingent, 2 active. So here's where I was talking about you have as max data, because I find that every other layout for showing listing information, I can't find I can't find basement information, whether it's finished or unfinished, and I'm like, I don't know where I did that with Tina. Remember, I couldn't find the basement, right? Because I had a different layout.
I do remember, actually.
So that's when yeah, you're counting all my faults.
Never.
So remember, I couldn't find the basement. That's when so just recently, I went back into this for like an hour trying to figure out how to share it with you guys, trying to figure out how we can copy it and give it to you. And I just could not find a way. And then I was exploring all their different products and what they offer. And it's cool, but so anyways, I chose this because it gives me the most information. And what I do sometimes is I go through the CMA and I'll just take a highlighter and I'll just highlight the things that I want to say when I'm sitting with the seller. I'll highlight this, and I'll highlight whether it's a basement or a finished basement. And so that when I get to the appointment, I'm not scanning this, wasting my life and wasting their time trying to figure out and going, I think they have, I think this was the one with the one car or wait, no, this was the one with the, okay, don't do it. Just highlight the things that you want to bring out for every listing, and you get your short and sweet to the point, and you're highlighting the key things that affect the value. right? We want to convince them of the value of their home based on these comps. So we want to be sure at what we're looking at. So, I mean, I fail when I don't have enough time and I'm on the run. And that was one of those times where unfortunately Tina had the seat. Okay. So take the time before you go. All right. And then just one page of pictures. If you yourself feel like you need more pictures, then God bless you. You're just going to have a 60-page CMA, and it's going to cost you an extra $15 when you go to print it. All right. Just don't do it. But you know what? Manage it the way you feel like you're comfortable, and it's worth the money if you're comfortable. Okay. I shouldn't try to force you to do everything exactly the way I do it. But that's the way it looks. And then we'll get to past our listings. I do go over every listing, highlight 4 or 5 key features as to how it is not. I give them about 10 seconds to look at the pictures, and then I go on the next one, unless they stop me. Okay. And then I get to the statistics. Home sold for 82.5% of their list price. Okay. Now that's a number you could use and go, hey, you know what? You know, this is what's happening in the market right now. Don't be surprised if somebody gives us a low ball offer. Okay. Intelligent pricing. Now you know how to read that. You're an expert and you sound like a genius. This, I have no clue. I don't even take the time to read it or look at it. I would recommend, I think it comes with this page. So once you put intelligent pricing, this automatically populates.
Showing that it's more, you know, there's more people looking at it early. If it's on the market a long time, people aren't interested anymore.
There you go. See, you're brighter than I am, Ernie. I did not even, as many times as I looked at this for 5 seconds, I couldn't figure that out. So I just kept avoiding it. I was like, I'm just moving on.
Yeah.
So that's great. So, hey, the longer it sits on the market, the less showings we get, the worse the offers are. So that's great. Thanks, Ern. Curb appeal. I don't read that to them. I don't go over that. I just say, you take time to read this. It'll be really great for you to kind of get a picture of how to get the house prepped in addition to the home stager. And then testimonials. I say, here's some testimonials about my team. You can go ahead and read that when you get some time. And then that's it. Okay. So this was more about creating your template for Cloud CMA and having it look good. You know, take the time to do now what's going to save you time later. That's how productive people work. Oh, I just keep putting it off. I know eventually I want to like solidify that, but then every time you're wasting time redoing it. But if you just take an hour once, you're going to redeem that time because you're going to be going faster and faster, and you are going, it's literally adding hours to your life. Like, you have to look at it that way. If I take the time now to fix it right, and it's going to be super simple and fast every time I do this later, I have added more time to my life. And that's how I look at everything. You know, one of the biggest things I hate is wasting time. I can feel it in my body. When I'm wasting time, I get sick. My stomach starts to curl, and whether someone's wasting my time or whether I'm wasting my time trying to figure something out that's not my gifting. And I just I start to get angry and my body starts to curl and my blood starts to boil because I value time. It's the most precious commodity on earth. You cannot buy more of it. You cannot sell it. You will not get it back. Once it's wasted, it is gone forever. So how are you managing your time is the real question. And you are the master of your own time. And so anytime you think you're wasting it, you got to fix it. You got to do what's best to make sure you don't waste it anymore. All right. Any questions about Cloud CMA?
Can we do this with your template on buyers next week?
Yeah, you know what? It's not really that important.
Okay.
Really like this, but a little bit different. So why don't I just go ahead and just show you right now so that it's in the recording, or you can just take your phone and videotape the
I'm
sequence.
gonna just snapshot what you have in the.
So pretty much same thing. If you were just picking comps for a buyer, okay, customize report, template, my awesome buyer template. All right, got your phone out.
Yep.
So it's basically the title page, everything that's in a listing page, except less.
Got it.
All right. And then my template for comps only is much shorter even, or should be. Yeah, I can fit it in one page. That's my template for just comps. I get rid of all the fluff, as much fluff as I can. And just remember, for every template you create, you want to manage the way it looks. So I make all three of mine consistently the way I want them to look.